farriers, I didn't work all the hours. I would go to work. When I go to a barn to work, it's 8:30 in the morning. I go to the vet clinic in the morning. My first horse is at 9 o'clock, and I'll show up early to clean tools and do whatever. But I showed up at barns at 8:30 no matter where I was. If I was going to Virginia that day, I was at 8:30. If I was going to New York that day, I was at 8:30. And that was the discipline I had. When it got about 4:30, 5 o'clock, this joker was loading his truck. So I never burned myself out that way. I'm 145 pounds of weight. I swing a 4-pound hammer during the day, and I still got an arm, and I still have a shoulder, and I've made all my shoes for 45 years. So the burnout to me is my attitude, which is, it's not a physical burnout, it's an attitude burnout. And it comes from frustration with, years ago, was inadequate knowledge or knowledge that I wasn't happy with. So now it comes from having what I think is some knowledge and looking for more. And as the bar goes up, when you're really starting, the bar can go up rather quickly. But as the bar gets way up here, the older you get, it's harder to jump to that bar. So that's the frustration that I feel from it. But that's the burnout that I get, is where can we get that? How can we get that bar raised up? When you get a group of people in this conference here, there's farriers from fresh out of school. There's students here. There's guys that's shoeing horses longer than me here. So to provide information that all these guys from the top on down can get is what we got to do as a profession, is keep that ladder moving up. It's easier, like I say, it's easier to move that ladder up from the lower guy, but it's harder to move the ladder up for us older kids. So that's a burnout to me, because I seek other avenues for information, like equine and locomotion conferences, sports medicine conferences, and things like that, because that is the data that I'm looking at, rather than, I've kind of, no offense meant to anybody that gives talks on trimming horses, I'm a little burned out on trimming the bottom of the foot, personally, because I think after 45 years, I just might know a little bit about doing that.
Yeah, but there's still a guy that's been here for 4 months.
Exactly. So to me, that's burnout.
There's a couple of things that really help me avoid burnout. First is always having a goal. So by certification was a big thing for me. Once I got to the journeyman level, it happened a little earlier than it probably should have. And once it happened, I felt kind of a loss. So I did the journeyman test many times. In fact, I tested under you, like the third or fourth horse. Just trying to find that goal for myself. Whenever I finally got to the point where I had done that enough times, I chased the AWCF and the FW, which is an unbelievable exam. So holding those exams ahead of me is kind of like a runner. If you're a runner and you run a mile every day, but you don't have a race coming up, you just run a mile every day. If you have a race coming up, now you run a mile in time, and then maybe tomorrow you try to do it faster, you try to do it better, and get ready for that race. The other thing is, there have been a couple times when we were broke. We moved a few times for Horseshoeers, and I wasn't able to go to clinics or contests or certification or get around to the Horseshoeers. And one of the best ways to recharge your batteries is to load 500 pounds worth of gear, drive halfway across the country, compete at a contest, pay money to do what you do for a living all day, and you cannot wait to get home and shoot horses on Monday. I don't know how it works. I don't know any plumbers that do that. I don't know any carpenters that do that. I don't know brick masons that do that. And there may be some, I just don't know them. But by going out and getting around my peers and doing contests and just these kind of things keep me from being burned out.
Right, well my answer is a combination of the two, and it's not because I can't think of an answer, but I think I also never was in the numbers game shoeing horses. We had to start early, 6:30 in the winter and 6 in the summer, but we never worked after 4 o'clock because we started at that time. I used to usually shoe 40 horses a week, so I do 7.5 sets a day, 2.5 sets on a Saturday morning. Never worked after 11 o'clock on a Saturday morning, never worked on Sunday. So that helps keep you going. I mean, there's some old guys that said to me when I was starting, there's so many sets of shoes in your body. You can use them up quickly or you can keep going. And the thing is, if you can keep going, when you get older, you might not be able to do as many, but you can usually charge more money, you have better status. If you're still able to, that's when you can earn money. So that's one thing. The other thing is where I would agree with Chris is that I actually think to stop mental burnout, you do need targets or challenges. And the trick is always to set yourself achievable ones, even if the ultimate aim is very high. If you set us achievable steps. So I'm still sort of doing that, which I do sometimes question myself and think it's some sort of illness, but I still like the challenges and writing a paper or giving a presentation or doing something, which is on the periphery of the job, but it keeps your enthusiasm.